Well, then March 9th came around.
Mm-hmm.
Biggie and his crew were in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
They decided to go to the Vibe party.
Mm-hmm.
The party got too crowded, and we've done interviews with Gene Deal and C's and everyone else around this. Everyone decides to leave.
Mm-hmm.
A car pulls up and opens fire.
Mm-hmm.
Biggie ends up getting shot.
Mm-hmm.
They take him to the hospital, and he's pronounced dead
Mm-hmm.
at the hospital. When did you get the phone call?
I had a conversation with Biggie 3 hours before he died. The conversation was, don't leave the room. Don't go. Puff's trying to get me to go to this party. Don't leave the room. Get on a plane and go to London in the morning. He promised me that he wouldn't leave the room. I said, well, what are you going to do? He said, I'm waiting for Heather Hunter and Janet Jacme. At that time, they were the biggest porn stars on the planet. And I'm so envious. I'm like, fuck. And we just going to smoke out until it's time for me to leave in the morning. So I say, he like, yo, love you, bro. He hangs up the phone. 3 hours after that conversation, D-Rock called me crying and said, Big's dead. And I keep over and over saying, you wasn't supposed to leave the room, bro. And if I had to do it all over and relive it all over, I would probably say the only thing that I would change is I would have got on that plane March 7th and been out there, because he wouldn't have died. Because you'll see that I stood in front of him every time under all those conditions. And I fought. Everybody tells this story about Big and how, I heard we weren't under that kind of pressure. It was all good. I've heard all of these statements. But at that moment in time, me and him every single day, it was be safe. Don't go out. Just do the work. Because they talked me out of going. Because I wanted to go and I couldn't figure out why. Why? We know what we up against. It's so much that happened during that time. It's the world knew Big shouldn't have been in LA. It's somebody dropped the ball.